Hi, I'm Uday Jain from Dhoomimal Gallery. Our gallery was established in 1936, so it's one of the oldest art galleries in India. And it was established by my grandfather, Sri Ram Babu. And it started out of more like a printing and a stationery shop because originally in Old Delhi, in Chowdi Bazaar, we were a printing press. And out of fondness for the artists, my grandfather started printing monograms and started printing greeting cards featuring these artists. And the artists many times would not have the money to pay for these reproductions, but as just a goodwill gesture, they would leave behind their artwork. So that's how the collection started. So it gradually developed into this one place where anyone keen on art or anyone having that dialogue would kind of come in. And of course, it wasn't so transactional at the time. Only by the 1960s and 70s, which was more during my father's time, did the gallery take the shape of a formal gallery space, and there were regular exhibitions and there were transactions happening. The good part was that at that time, Dhoomimal Gallery did not only become a visual art hub for Delhi, but it was an all India center. There were artists from Calcutta, there were artists from Bombay, of course, there were artists from Chennai, from down south, even artists from Kashmir. So it became like an all India place where different artists would exhibit and get their platform to be shown to the world. And not only visual art, but even other forms of art, like there were regular poetry readings, there were musical recitals, like for a show of Sohan Qadri, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan would be playing with it. So there was a lot of that cultural exchange happening. There have, of course, been artists who've been very closely associated with the gallery. So Sailoz Mukherjee, Jamni, Chugtai, those pre-independence artists in Bengal school to begin with. Also, Delhi, there was a very important phase which was between the Bengal school and the progressive artist movement in Bombay, which is the 1930s and the early 40s. There was this whole section of Delhi Shilpi Chakra artists like B.C. Sanyal and K.S. Kulkarni, Bimal Das Gupta, who played a very important role in that whole scene of Delhi becoming like an important art scene. And those people, again, I feel don't get talked about enough. Like there's the progressives and there's the Bengal school, but there was this whole group in between which made Delhi the epicenter. And then, of course, there was neo-tantrism in the 70s and 80s. And after the Silos and the Jamini era in our gallery, F.N. Souza and Swaminathan were two artists that played a very major role. And Swaminathan, more than just being an artist, he was also a mentor or played that role of a guru to a whole generation of artists at that time. So Manjeet Baba, Manu Pare, Karpita Singh, Paramjeet Singh, all Bikash Bhattacharjee, they all sort of came to the fore around that time, and I'm happy that the gallery played that role in supporting them. Today, of course, that challenge becomes bigger because like at that time still, there were fewer galleries and there were fewer artists, and there was like a strong community. So everyone was kind of in touch with each other, or it was easier to curate this. Today, the landscape has expanded a lot. I know it's like also there are newer mediums, there are installations, there's photography, things like fabric have become very popular. Textile and fabric is a major part of art today. So sometimes the curation becomes difficult because there's so much to curate from. We also have this Ravi Jain Memorial Foundation, which gives 4 scholarships to artists every year. And we've been doing it from 1991. So now in 30 years, we've awarded over 100 artists. And that's a great platform that we keep introducing newer artists to our gallery.